Hey, my name is Ben. In today's video, I'm going to be talking you through why you see portals during meditation, and also what is the meaning behind white and golden light when you're meditating. Often people will describe seeing different shapes and different colors, and one of the experiences that I hear a lot is that people will see these tunnels or portals during a meditation practice, and often people will ask me, what does this mean? What should I do when I see them? So in today's video, I'm going to break that down for you. The other part to this video is why you see white or golden light and what to do in that situation as well. I've been meditating since I was around 6 years old. My dad was a meditation teacher, so I've had many years to work through these different experiences, and through the guidance, or with the guidance I should say, of a divine master who is my teacher, I've understood many of the different experiences that you may come across and may have experienced already. So we have 5 main components to ourselves that keep us bound to the body, and that is the senses. So when we're going about our daily life, we're computing everything through the 5 senses, and that very much makes up our physical experience. When we're going into a state of meditation, we have to start to withdraw our sense perceptions from the contact with the outer world. And what I mean by that is that when you start going into a meditation and you might get an itch on your shoulder, or you might hear something outside, or you might smell something, at that moment it's up to you to let go of that contact that's been made with the senses and the outer world. And over time and with practice, you'll find that you can gradually withdraw your senses so that they're no longer projecting outward and keeping you in this physical state. They're actually, you've withdrawn them inward, and you can start delving within yourself and experiencing higher and higher states of consciousness. In a short kind of description, this is sort of what's taking place during meditation, is that you're retracting your sensual activity, you're diving inward within yourself. And normally we'd have like a scale. So if this is like the scale of what we can normally access, well, only a portion of it is through the 5 senses, but there is much more beyond that we're not normally able to experience, because the senses are the thing that's keeping us in this limitation. Whereas we've got all of this consciousness, because there is only one consciousness and we are part of that consciousness, yet we're only experiencing within the physical aspect of that consciousness at the moment. So when we go into meditation, we're not just bound by the 5 senses, and this does take practice, but we're able to access all of this available consciousness, you could say. And your perception then is broadening beyond the 5 senses, because the 5 senses are associated with the body. But we all know, people like yourself who are watching a video like this, we're not the body. We're far beyond the body. The body is just a limitation. It's a vehicle. It's like a layer of clothing that we're using to experience this physical realm. But through practices like meditation, we can go beyond that vehicle and experience what is beyond. So many people, when they start going deeper in meditation... And just a quick one, I wanted to let you know that I do have an online meditation and spiritual school. It's called the Inner Journey School. At the moment, there's over 200 members in there, and we do weekly live sessions. I've got a 12-week program that I'm starting very soon, beginners, meditation workshops, all sorts of things. So if that sounds like something of interest to you, then I'll leave a link down in the description. Feel free to check that out. We'll start experiencing seeing different colours with their eyes closed, and often this confuses people. And as I say, I've made a video about this before, so I won't go too heavy on that, but you're starting to tap into what is already available. You've not been able to see it before, because you've not gone into a state of meditation where your perception has then broadened and you're able to pick up on it. So another experience, obviously the video is about seeing white light and portals. These are other experiences that we can have. So white and often golden light is experienced with this. So white and golden light and portals. And by the way, the experiences that you can have are by no means limited to these, because people will have all sorts of various different experiences. I've talked and made videos about why you see people in meditation, why you might see places, hear sounds, things like that. So portals, often they will look quite literally like, if this was, see how my drawing is, they'll look a bit like this, but you'll be looking at them from face on. And actually, a lot of people will get worried about entering these portals, hoping to get across in this video that it's totally safe and normal and okay, providing you feel comfortable enough to enter into these portals, because they will actually help you to expand your level of consciousness. So these portals will actually lead to other planes. Now, not everyone will go from one plane of existence to another through a portal, but some people will. And you will come to learn, and if you've not already, that meditation is a very, very individual practice, in that everyone will have their own unique experiences and what they see and what they experience. Yes, there will be many crossovers between different people, but there'll also be a lot that is very unique to each individual. So some people will have this kind of experience of seeing a portal and that kind of doorway, if you like, into a higher level of consciousness. And some people won't. They will simply transition in a more unassuming way. It will just happen without entering any kind of portal. So if you have been seeing these and you're worried about, what do I do? Should I go into it? Yes, go into it. It will feel like you're flying, but it's perfectly safe. You may also feel a lot of fear. Often people, during meditation, because the experiences are so unusual, because there's a lot of unknown, the fear of the unknown as to, is this okay? Is it safe? Should I be doing this? This will often bring about fear, and this is something that I've experienced many times over the years. But I want you to understand that that fear that you're feeling is coming from the part of you that doesn't want you to enter these portals or go further in meditation, because when you do these things, when you do start getting deeper in meditation, you're actually learning more about your true nature. And there is an aspect of all of us that does not want us to learn that, and that is obviously the ego. The ego will create fear to unbalance you and to stop you going in the direction that you're going. So I stole this saying off of a friend of mine, but I really love it. And he said that fear is the red cross that marks treasure. So fear, really, it marks treasure. And it's such a, I've always loved thinking of it in that way since I heard him say that, because it then changes your opinion on fear. It changes the way that you look at fear. Now, with this in mind, when you're going deeper in meditation, if you start feeling scared or feeling the fear building up, know that you're moving in a good direction. There's only one part of you that will bring up that fear, and it is the ego. And it's doing it on purpose to stop you going further. So if you see portals and you're feeling a bit of fear, if it's within your capacity, it might be too much at the moment, and that's okay as well. But if it's within your capacity, go into it. So why do we see white and golden light? Now, in the video that I made about colours, I spoke about the colours that are typically associated with the chakras. So that is going from red all the way up to the crown chakra, which is violet. And I was making the point during that video that when we start seeing these colours, reds, yellows, oranges, indigos, etc., green, all of the spectrum of each chakra, generally that is associated with the chakras. You're now, if you like, opening the door beyond the five senses, and you're experiencing more of yourself. White and golden light are associated with the divine. So the divine is known or said to be everything. So everything is the divine. There's nothing that's not the divine. But the way that the divine presents itself to us during meditation is through white, specifically white and golden light, because white light contains all of the qualities of all of the other lights as well. So when you're seeing really bright white light, really bright golden light, this is associated with the divine light. So some would call this Paramatman light. And in that situation, it's actually okay just to observe it and enjoy it for the time being. You'll find that may happen once, it may happen in a reoccurring fashion. That's absolutely fine. And in a sense, it's a bit like, if the divine is infinite light, let's just imagine that this is up here, infinite light. We're just tapping into, or being having the grace and being shown a fraction of that white light, that divine white light. Now, my teacher used to say to me that actually the divine is pure colourless light. The divine has no form, yet is all forms. But for human beings, the divine will present itself in the form, often, of white and golden light. So if you're seeing that, it's a really great sign, and it's okay to observe it. You might feel a lot of love with it. Often people will see white and golden light, and it'll be accompanied with a massive sense of love, a massive feeling of love. Often that will last for several days after as well, and that's perfectly normal. It's obviously a really good sign. So that's everything for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you've had any other experiences outside of these and outside of the ones that from other videos that I've made, I'd love to hear about it. So let me know down in the comments, and if I see some interesting ones, I'll make a video about those as well. Thanks so much, and I'll see you on the next video.